What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Super Rangers podcast, the best Power Rangers slash Super Sentai podcast on the planet. I am your host, Jacen Grayson, and Adam is not with us today. There wasn't really that much, news that came out of today in Powermorphicon, so I didn't really feel the need to go through all the hassle to get them on because, as you know, we live in completely different states and completely different time zones, so it's kind of hard for us to get this together. And since this is just going to be a really short episode pretty much anyway, at least compared to normal episodes, I figured, it's probably not worth it to try and get him on, but it's just me today, and basically I'm going to be talking about what was at Powermorphicon today, and we are not actually at Powermorphicon, we're just going at, what was, showed off at Powermorphicon today. And there was no trailers, but they really showed off the toys today. And that was pretty, wow. Those Ninja Steel toys, those Legacy, oh my gosh. The toys are amazing. I cannot believe how freaking cool those toys work. Like the Legacy Power Blade. Holy crap, that looks gorgeous. I cannot believe that is, it honestly looks straight from the show. It is beautiful. Like, Bandai and their Legacy line is gorgeous, and I wish I wasn't broke as heck because I would be buying every single thing from that toy line because it is amazing. It is amazing. Now, I'm seeing people in the chat saying that the Ninja Steel sword was horrible. I don't think it was actually that bad. I think it does, at least doesn't look like a butter knife, which is nice. And by the way, Pineapple Rider, we were talking about the toys at Powermorphicon that they showed off. So basically, responding to your statement on the Ninja Steel sword being bad, I didn't really think it looked too bad. I liked it. It's definitely better than the Dino Charge swords we've gotten because they're so short. They're basically like butter knives that you it would attack the monsters with or something. So don't get me wrong, it's nothing like the Legacy Blade, but I really enjoyed looking at that. I thought it looked very nice. And by the way, I am looking at the chat now because if you weren't there for the live broadcast of the last episode, well, you know exactly what happened. But anyway, so and then Legacy figures, those are looking really nice. They showed off In Space toys, which In Space is my favorite season. So that is really cool. I might be able to pick up one of them. The shurikens for Ninja Steel, Pineapple Rider just said. I almost forgot completely about them. The shurikens are okay. I still don't really like that gimmick. I didn't really like them whenever they were in Japan. So, it's the show. It's. I guess we're just gonna have to get used to it. Oh, and those Ninja Steel actual figures look really nice too. I think those will be able to be posed very well. The movie toys. The movie toys were showed off at at Comic Con. Sorry, and they're basically the same toys. We already saw them, but they are still looking really nice. They look super detailed, and yeah, the movie toys. I think they look great. I like the movie suits as well. So I think you'll be able to pose them very well, and yeah, so I don't really normally buy toys because, again, I don't really have a lot of money just to go spending on stuff like that. But I can see use for them by collectors and posers, I guess, or whatever. Poser sounds like a derogatory term, but you know what I mean. People who display their toys and stuff. And new Dino Charge toys. They showed off Silver Ranger. It's nothing we haven't seen before. New Zords. They showed off all the Dino Chargers, which looked very nice. And yeah, there was a bunch of panels that went on today. I'm really kind of interested to see if they post the fan film panel, because there was a fan film panel today, making fan films. So I'm not really sure what to think about that. are they making new, like, I guess, terms for fan films? It actually kind of has me a little worried, to be honest, because as you know, here on the Big Bang Network, we have Power Rangers Spy Central, and so I'm really hoping that it shows up somewhere on the internet so I can watch that panel and see if they have, like, different terms of service for their fan films now, because if so, then that's definitely going to be something I need to watch, because, yeah, because if they change their terms of service, we might have to go off somewhere from YouTube. And now we're getting more comments here. The Hamburger Ninja Steel, they're not going to do that here in America. I'm going to say it right now. The Gold Rangers Morpher will not be a hamburger in America. They're just not going to do it. It's not going to happen. Let's see, the Frog Gun. What? I don't even know what to think about that. You see, I never saw Ninja. I watched the first episode and then I quit. What's up, Dr. Big Nose, fellow member of the Big Bang Network? What's up, Alex? How you doing? A hot dog? What? What about a hot dog? Are you saying they're gonna change the hamburger into a hot dog? No, I think it's just gonna be like a normal morpher. They're probably just gonna make it another sword or something, because their morphers are like swords. Am I correct? In Japan. I'm pretty sure they're swords, or at least the shurikens, because, again, I didn't watch the Sentai. I thought it was crap. But you're lucky. Ninja wasn't great. It was just decent. Okay. So, this guy's saying I'm lucky I didn't see Ninja. So, yeah, I never watched the show, so it'll be interesting to see how it all turns out here in America. I definitely need to see a trailer, though, because, God, it sounds more goofy here in America than it was in Japan, because Ninja Game Show in space, like, oh my God, that has got to be the most far-fetched Power Rangers theme that has ever, I don't know, that has ever come up on, I guess, Power Rangers in general. I just don't understand. McDonald's menu morphs. Yeah, that's pretty much what it was in Japan. He just whipped out a Happy Meal and put the cheese in the hamburger and more. See, this is why nobody liked Ninja. This is why. This is. Oh my. Zyuohger definitely seems better though, because I just don't know what they're gonna do with Zyuohger and Anniversary. I like Zyuohger. I think I don't like the Megazords. I think they really went the lazy route on Zyuohger. But otherwise than that, I love the suits. I like the theme. I like how there's like this like completely alternate land and stuff. So I really like. Yeah, I think Zyuohger is definitely very creative. It's just their Megazords. I just really think they look really, really lazy, and that's probably why the toy sales are doing terrible in Japan. And I definitely can see them skipping this season because of the toy sales and the Megazord. Ninja Turtles crossover again, please Saban. You know, they're all on the same network, except Saban doesn't run the current Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles show. The only reason why it happened in space, the Ninja Turtles crossover, is because Saban had the rights to Ninja Turtles back then, so that's why they were able to cross over. But I would definitely like to see them cross over again. I just don't know how they would do that. Like, would they make the Power Rangers animated or the Ninja Turtles live action? I don't know, because it's kind of different this time, because back in the In Space times, both shows were in live action, but now it's Power Rangers is live action and Ninja Turtles is back to animation. So I don't really know if that would work, but I definitely would like to see another Ninja Turtles crossover again. And I just realized this just turned into like a Q&A, which is definitely cool. Alex from the Big Bang Network says, LOL, that title. I thought it was nice. Well, there was news that Gokai Red will appear in Zyuohger. I think that'd be really cool. That definitely could work in well, I mean, I don't know, because I'm pretty sure they're going to use Ninja for the next 2 seasons this year. So, like I said last episode, I don't really know what they're going to do for the anniversary, for the 25th anniversary. I don't know what they're going to do. I guess Power Rangers versus Ninja Turtles would be a cool concept for an anniversary, but it's not really the Ninja Turtles anniversary. The Ninja Turtles crossover would just be like a cool concept, but I don't think it'd be an anniversary type thing. Let's see. Yeah, Gokai Red. If Gokai Red appears in Zyuohger and it gets adapted into America, although by the time Zyuohger gets adapted, though, it will be the 26th season. So I don't know how well that would work, because Power Rangers these days, you gotta have those double seasons or whatever that crap is. Super Sentai is so weird. They have McDonald's menus. Next is gonna be Popeyes. Please survive. Yeah. That's they're not gonna do that in America. I can almost guarantee it. I'm pretty sure for Samurai Gold Morpher was different. So Super Sentai idea Ryuger. I don't really know what that would be. Like, is that like a season name idea you have, or is that like does that actually have a theme to it? Because I don't really. Question: do you watch or like Kamen Rider? If so, which writer is your favorite? I've watched Kamen Rider. I don't watch every season. I'm not like a huge fan. As you know, there was originally going to be a fan film on here called Power Rider. Unfortunately, that didn't really work out. As you know, we're just super busy. We're only sophomores in high school, blah, 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 blah. I've already told the story. But I have watched Kamen Rider Wizard, and I think that's the coolest concept ever. I just really think his powers are really cool. And I watched Kamen Rider Dragon Knight whenever it was airing in America, and I don't really understand why they didn't keep making Kamen Rider series in America. I think it could definitely work. Kamen Rider Dragon Knight, whenever I watched it, it was pretty popular. It even got a video game adaptation, and there was originally going to be a season 2 and a movie, but it just got canceled. So yeah, I don't really understand why they didn't continue with Kamen Rider here in America, but Kamen Rider Dragon Knight was really, really cool. And I watched all the Superhero Tyson movies as well. So Oruger means King Dragon Ranger. Yeah, they could do a dragon-themed Power Rangers. I think that would work in both countries. Saban should have did Power Rangers Flying Train Fu. So are you saying that Saban should have done Tokuger? The problem with Tokuger is the suits. I don't Force. Okay. Flying Train Force. Yeah. I mean, the problem is the suits. Because okay, Alex likes Kamen Rider Black. Yeah, that was definitely a cool one. The problem with Tokuger is that the suits and the toys, I guess. I think trains would have sold well in America. It's just the suits. The suits look terrible. The suits are awful. Awful. Otherwise than that, I think otherwise than the suits. The suits are the main problem with Tokuger. Otherwise than that, I think it would work perfectly fine. We would have finally gotten an Orange Ranger. We still don't have one besides Boom. And even then, Boom was only for one episode and a dream sequence. After Dragon Knight, they wanted to adapt Kamen Rider Kabuto. Yeah, I never heard anything about that, but they should have, because Kamen Rider, I think, would do perfectly fine in America. I don't understand why they don't do it. And Saban had the chance, because Power Rider, the reason why Power Rider on the Big Bang Network was going to be named Power Rider is because Saban originally had the rights to Kamen Rider for a while, and he was going to make a show called Power Rider, but then he didn't. He just never did it, and then the copyright just ran out for it, for the name at least, not the show or not Kamen Rider or anything, but the copyright ran out for the Power Rider name. So we were going to take it, and we were going to do whatever we wanted with the name. I mean, we weren't going to copyright it or anything, but we figured, hey, since Saban isn't using the name, then we could use the name for our fan film, and then we could do that, but we just couldn't we couldn't get the fan film to work. I do have a version of the script that I could release if people wanted it for Power Rider. Like, I have Act 1 completely done for the original Power Rider script. I think they can bring back Kamen Rider because the next one is called EX8, a gaming-themed Power Rider. Rider. That would make lots of money. I might actually watch that season. That sounds intriguing to me. Never Say Never, Saban 2. Okay. I think a gaming-themed Kamen Rider sounds really cool. I might actually watch that and maybe integrate it into the Super Rangers podcast. But for now, it's just going to be Power Rangers and Super Sentai. By the way, Super Sentai reviews will be returning. It's just we're going to get through all this Powermorphicon coverage. And the next normal episode of the Super Rangers podcast should be Monday if everything goes to plan. But after this week, we're going to have to change the day, probably, because school is starting for me and Adam next week. And so we're going to have to change up the day that Super Rangers podcast airs on. So I don't know if we're going to... I mean, it's probably going to have to be a weekend day, but Adam says Saturday would work best for him. I mean, that could work, but, like, I don't know if, like, the Zyuohger episode would be up on the internet by then, and then we would have to be, like, a week behind on Zyuohger, like, every week, and I don't know... I don't know if that would work, because we'd be so behind on everybody else, and Super Sentai comes out on Saturdays, and so we're reviewing last week's episode on the day the new episode comes out, and I don't think it would work very well, so we might go back to Sunday, which is what it was originally on. Wait, a trailer for the new movie? I don't think there's a trailer for the new movie right now. I mean, that'll probably be released either tomorrow or Sunday, if it does get released at Powermorphicon, which I'm hearing rumor that it might not. So don't really get your hopes up. I mean, I'm not trying to say, oh, hey, it's not happening or whatever, but I'm just saying I heard a rumor that they might not be showing the trailer at Powermorphicon for the movie. Ninja Steel, I would say probably definitely, but the movie, I'm hearing rumors that they may not. I could be wrong, but are roles still available for Spy Central? Yeah. We're definitely, I mean, not any, like, big roles unless somebody, like, quits or something, but, I mean, we have some small roles that will need to be casted, but, writer needs to, like, write a full script for the sequel, before we announce any, like, roles or casting announcements. So, as of right now, we're not looking for anybody new in Power Rangers Spy Central, but we will eventually be looking. But right now, we're not worried about looking for new cast members, because writer hasn't even wrote the script for Power Rangers Spy Central 2. Joshua, yeah, there will be a trailer for the new movie at some point. It's just whether or not it will be at Powermorphicon or not. I think it should be, and I'm gonna be a little mad if they don't show a movie trailer here at Powermorphicon. It's the perfect time to show it. And by now, you should have a trailer, or at least a teaser. We don't even have a teaser trailer yet for this movie. And yeah, so by now we should be getting our first real trailer, but we don't even have a teaser trailer yet. So I don't even know what's taking them so long, because the movie releases in March. It's now August, so you got August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. We got 8 months till release. We should at least be getting a trailer by now. Justice League already has a trailer. Like, why doesn't the Power Rangers movie have one? Because the Power Rangers movie is already finished filming. So, I mean, they still need to do, like, Zordon and Alpha stuff and all that CGI stuff. But, I mean, as of, like, actual actors, they're done filming. That's, like, you could do a teaser trailer with just the actors and the Power Ranger suits. We don't need to see a Megazord. We don't need to see Alpha 5. Or, I mean, Alpha 5 would be nice to see, but, I mean, he's not, like, the hugest character in the world, so I wouldn't be upset if he wasn't in the trailer. I'm just saying, it's time to get a trailer. So if they don't show a trailer here at Powermorphicon, I'm honestly going to be concerned with the quality of the movie. Because if they can't put up a trailer by now, I don't really know what's happening behind the scenes. So, yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I can milk out of today's Super Rangers podcast. There will be another one tomorrow, the day after that, and probably one Monday, too. So look forward to 3 new Super Rangers podcasts consecutively. I'll probably answer more questions next time and the next time after that. And especially if Adam's here, because then you guys can ask Adam questions, too, which will be nice. So, yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's Super Rangers podcast. Hopefully I have some trailers to talk about tomorrow, or maybe some cast announcements, but I'm assuming they'll probably do that, most of that, on Sunday, because that's usually whenever they release all their stuff, because that's when they're doing the live broadcast, or whatever. So, yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching Super Rangers Podcast, and I will talk to you guys later. Goodbye.